I'm Alex Paulton. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Talking Timepieces, where we talk about watch collecting and horology. Today we're going to take a look at a piece that I managed to pick up for a very good price, so I thought, let me go ahead and buy it, and that way I could review it, and I'd sell it. I didn't make any money on the sale, actually. I got a buyer after I make this video. I got to box it up. But I wanted to have the experience of having it and not having to worry about getting it from somebody, because like a couple of the watches that I had gotten from the other shop, I kind of felt, unless they're giving it to me with complete no strings attached, I've decided I don't want to get involved in that kind of thing, because I do feel that my only validity in this industry is, at least I'm talking about watches that I've had in my collection that I've either bought or someone's let me borrow, but they're my opinions and my views, and they're not tainted by someone else's influences. So I was very lucky to pick up this Junghans Meister Driver at a reasonable price, actually half price. He was clearing out his collection, and I was able to sell it on Chrono 24 at half price to move it on. So I actually wound up losing a few euros on it, but to have the opportunity to look at a watch and really experience it. I didn't wear it on its leather strap because it's such a delicate leather. Not delicate in the sense that it's not going to work as a strap, but delicate in that it will pick up use marks very quickly. So I did wear it on a NATO, but I did wear it, and I have used the watch. And so I'll be able to give you my feelings on it, because actually I think it's a nice little sporty watch when you think about something in the $2,000, $1,500 price range, because you could probably pick one of these up new for about $1,500 or less, or gray market. So when you think about a nice sports chronograph, no date, bicompax presentation, you know, the Meister Driver is a fun watch. So let's turn the camera around and take a look at this sporty gray, very gray watch. Here we are with the Junghans Meister Driver. My apologies for all of the flecto. This is a very hard watch to photograph because of its domed crystal. Now, this is a plastic crystal. Let's take a quick verify. I mean, we pretty much know it is, but see, nothing. Nothing. Let me adjust it. Nope. Nope, nothing. And let me see something. I'm not even sure if my nope. This one's a mineral glass as well. I really like this one. This is a Sorna wristwatch check. This is a vintage. New old stock Sorna I picked up for 400 euros, and then I threw this faux, well, actually it's not faux because it doesn't call itself a oyster type bracelet, but it just worked beautifully with this one because it brought out the nice brushing of the case. I'll do a video on this one another time. Here we go. Let's do a quick comparison. Let's double check on this. I'm going to talk about this and why I have this watch with this conversation. But it is totally a sapphire crystal, so at least know the tester works. Okay, so back to the Meister Driver. The thing about the Meister Driver, it's a beautiful opportunity to see how you can really get a good watch at a reasonable price point. This watch retails for under $2,000, and you can pick it up online, gray market, for about $1,000 to $1,500, depending on where you look. I got this for half price, and I actually bought it primarily so that I could look at it and hold it and play with it a little bit and do this video for us all. And I've already got a buyer. I'm not really flipping it. I lost 50 euros in the deal. I don't flip for money. I flip to get my hands on a piece, show it to you all, have some fun with it. I didn't wear this one because this strap is way too fragile. I did put it on a NATO for a while and wore it on a NATO for a while, which is a great argument for having NATO straps. just think about the character of this watch and how much it changes just putting on different kinds of straps, right? So I did wear this. I really like this watch. I am moving it on because, well, I have way too many watches in my collection already, and I've got some really nice sporty chronos. This is a very nice sporty chrono in that I like the big, bold Arabic numerals. I like the subdials. I like the way the subdials are laid out. It's just a very striking presentation, very sporty, very casual, nice, easy breezy chrono. No date, so it's very nice and symmetrical. So, for example, if you were thinking of, say, JLC Polaris Chrono or something of that kind of a nature, nice bicompax, no date chrono with some very nice loom. In fact, I'll stick a quick loom shot in at the very end so you could see. But this is just a beautiful watch. Junghans does a great deal of work, and they are known for the shape of their cases, the dome of the sapphire, which gives it a really nice look, a nice view. You can now get sapphire crystals retrofit on these watches, and that's something that you may choose to do. But on these, a little bit of poly watch will get, scratches out. And this is supposed to be coated with it is coated with something to make it a little harder, but the poly watch won't affect it to a great deal. If you get scratches in it, it'll just polish them out, and then you just won't have the coating on that portion of the crystal. The rotor's got some nice waves on it. There's perlage, the swirly stuff, on the movement itself. This is a Junghans J880.3, they call it, but it's actually just at a 2892. I shouldn't say just. At a 2892 is a fantastic movement. And they do clean it up nicely, do some additional detailing of their own. And in this case, they throw on a 2030 Dubois Duprat chrono module. So this is a modular chronograph, which is how you can get a nice Swiss-made movement inside this watch at this price point without breaking the bank. One of the ways you can tell that it's a modular movement, if you look closely, you'll notice that the pushers don't line up with the center line on the crown. In other words, the crown stem goes to one module and the pushers go to the other. So the crown goes to the winding mechanism for the base movement, and the chrono pushers, nice and crisp, but actually there's no power in here. Let's wind it up a little bit. Whoops, that's why. Wind it up a little bit. Okay. Nice and crisp. And all in all, like I said, a very good presentation. It shows very well. It's nice and sporty. If you put it on a dark leather strap, it's dressier. You put it on a metal strap, it's sportier. You put it on a NATO strap, it has its own character. Let's throw it on the wrist real quick. Such a nice piece. Let's throw it on the wrist a little and let you get a look at, let's zoom out a little bit. And get an idea of what it looks like on the wrist. See, it sits very nicely on the wrist. It has good presence. The lugs curve downward and smartly. And, well, that, it's not a max build, but that kind of case that they're known for. You could see the Junghans DNA all over this watch. It's just a nice, sporty presentation. The dished, I like the way the light makes it kind of look, that pops out the dished subdials. But all in all, a really nice watch. Now, so here's a bit of a loom shot. As you see, the numerals are quite nicely loomed. Not as much as the hands are, but then that makes it easier to spot the hands out. But It's actually not a bad loom presentation. I mean, I've seen better loom, but then again, this is a sporty semi-dress casual watch as opposed to a sporty let's go diving with it or whatever. Don't forget, we're looking at a plastic crystal sports watch. So it's got nice loom, but nothing to write home about, but totally adequate for the task. So, you know, talking about another modular watch, this, I'd mentioned I would bring this up again. This Mont Blanc Geosphere is a modular movement. It's got a base caliber with their in-house GMT World Timer module on top. And so, you know, there's nothing wrong with a modular movement if you do the right things with it. Now, in the case of the Meister Driver, they used a Dubois de Pras module on top of an ETA base so they could get the reliability they wanted, but also to get a good bicompax presentation. If they went with, say, for example, a 7750, they'd be forced to either edit out one of the dials or go with a 3-dial vertical placement, subdials, and then they would not be able to present a 2-dial like this because the 7750 doesn't have a dial at the 3 o'clock position. And to modify a 7750 or any other off-the-shelf integrated chronograph movement to have a bicompax presentation would not be cost-effective. And so by going with at a base and the Dubois de Pras module on top, they're able to present a very well-made Swiss movement inside of this German watch at a reasonable price point. So that's the reason that they did it the way they did. So you could pick up this watch for under $2,000 and it has a lot of bang for its buck. It punches above its weight because it's got a really nice presentation, nice clean chronograph action from that Dubois de Pras module, and a really nice movement. So that's the Junghans Meister Driver, an excellent, excellent casual watch. I strongly recommend it to anyone who would like a nice piece that has a little bit of character to it, but isn't looking for some kind of bulky sports watch that looks, you know, that you could pound your way through the Antarctic ice with by just banging it against the ground. No, this is the kind of sports watch for, yeah, a driver. That's what they call it, the Meister Driver. This is the kind of sports watch for someone who is sporty, but is not a sportsman. Or person, I should say. Women, I think, would like this piece as well. So that's the Meister Driver. Let's flip the camera around and close out the episode. So that was the Junghans Meister Driver. A really fun, sporty, light watch. A sporty alternative for somebody who doesn't want a big, clunky steel sports watch. This is still very, very sporty, but also very elegant. I would call it, yeah, a casual sports watch. Totally worth looking into. So, thanks, and if you like what you've seen and heard, please subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And I had terrible response to my book giveaway. The few people that responded were more interested in just getting a PDF emailed to them. So if anybody does reach out to me, I'll email you a free PDF of my book. And if you ask really nicely and send me some postage money, I'll actually sign a print copy and send it to you. But as far as promotions go, I'll try to think of something else that might interest you all. But for the time being, thanks for taking the time to let me talk about watches with you.